One. All right. We are here on a very interesting and special episode. We're going to be seeing a little bit of a glimpse of the characters, or rather, the players, plotting and planning their next steps because they did get a little bit of an information dump, and where several of their confirmation, or rather, their theories or in character theories have been culminating, and they have to figure out what their next steps are. So we started this chat a little bit off screen, so we figured we'd move it on screen. So, as a quick little recap, the players and characters have just found out that, or rather, just confirmed that Lady Omaro is behind most of these incidents. It's also been confirmed that she is after Maywood. The other name that came up in the announcement was Priest Garrett, which, in Eberron lore, is the individual that turned King Caius first into a vampire. So, players, as we were discussing initially, what do you guys want to do?
His boots of flying. Fennec has the broom. Zarya can naturally do it, and Saris has the Featherfall token.
No, Levin has a feather token.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I've had it since session 1.
Same.
Oh.
Every time I go to Sharn,
I re-upped the token after we had that debacle over at the university, but I've had a token at all times.
every time we go to
yeah.
Sharn, Eris picks up another one from some poor hapless schmuck.
You're
It's her way
killing
of-
people.
She's
We've already
contributing.
discussed that one.
Yes, yes.
She contributes to the ecosystem.
It's a nice way to look at it.
Saris probably whispers to herself, "Your contribution to the gene pool is your removal from it."
I mean, what she's actually doing is helping wealth trickle down to the lower levels.
Considering it's Sharn, you just made me shudder.
Anyhow, we
So, heading east or south, but I guess the question is, like, do we
Out.
want to... Yeah, out, obviously. But how important is dealing with Ramos comparatively? I mean, he did seem like a rather pivotal character with regards to the whole narrative here.
He is technically the reason we are here at all. Because the whole reason Saris went through the trouble of getting that contract was so that we could have a way to reach Ramos.
It was Saris's pretense.
Yes.
Right. So, heading east, no matter
That
where that would
conversation
be...
already happened between Levin and Gearfried, though.
Right. Heading east. The only reason to take the rail would be expediency. That would go through a tour down to Vedlikar and then down to Fort Zombie. I mean, because that would take us. I mean, that
Yeah,
kills two birds with one stone.
there's no other connection. We'd have to take the road if we were going to Volure or any place further east than that.
Yeah, and we can fit the cruiser onto the rail as we've done before. Costs money. The only reason Gearfried would have to, I don't know, push going east beyond the Ramos connection
Is the Spires.
Spires. He has family there, and that might potentially be any. If there's a way, I don't know if there's a way we have like message or anything, but if I could somehow get into contact with a character from afar, wouldn't have to worry about it. But it would be potentially a way to be like, hey, yeah, here
Well,
any.
if we head over
messed
to
up stuff?
Ator, then wouldn't we encounter people that Gearfried knows?
There's a solid chance, yeah.
That seems like a
I know-
safer bet.
Yeah.
Not a better bet, just a safer one.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, people would be like, oh, like, they're probably.
And honestly, I don't see Ramos walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. One way or another.
He rides in style with his roboid leg.
I
He
feel
sits
like
with his back to the front of the ship and just blows hot air at the sails to move.
I am pretty sure his trip east was probably less under his own power. I don't know.
I would still bet it's in style, though.
Probably.
Yeah, he seems like he's got a certain level of luxury he prefers.
Oh no, I mean, even if he was kidnapped, he'd still be in style.
Oh, yeah, fair.
That man is never not loud.
It's true.
So,
Alright.
cheapest option is the roads. We have the cruiser. How many days would it take us to get from Korth to Atur? Or Ader, or however you pronounce that.
By which means of transportation?
The cruiser.
Carpe diem.
About 15 days. To get to Azul, right? Something.
Atur?
Atur,
Check
yeah.
that.
Atur is about. What's the crow flies? That's.
Oh, to get from there, that should take about a week or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's only
better.
like between 150 and 200 miles, given it's the road path.
Okay. That would be. I mean,
Because we have to circumnavigate the Nightwood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a timer on anything that we have right now? We've done a lot. I'm trying to like keep track of everything.
Not that you know of. I mean,
The
you
impending
know
clock of
that.
doom over Melee's head.
Yeah, that, and you know that Ramos has been held hostage. You can actually make inferences, or rather, Ceres can make inferences that conversations have been watched.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no idea what's happening to Ramos right now, so that could be a timetable. But there's nothing directly that you know about yet.
Need to check.
All right.
It's something that
Then,
I mean, it came up
uh,
once, but oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Best option would probably be take the roads going north and east to Ator.
Yeah. On top of that, if we're on the lightning rail, there's a higher chance we could be monitored.
That
We have
and
more options.
the Boromar clan did recommend not going back on the lightning rail,
Rail.
but that is your choice.
Yeah, that's right, because they don't want problems with the package either.
But also, traveling via Carpe Diem, it might be slower, but it technically improves our mobility options. Whereas if we're booked passage,
We're on
might-
the rail.
yeah, on anything really, we have trouble. Like, if we have to emergency leave an airship, we're not taking Carpe Diem with us.
Oh no, that would immediately relegate Carpe Diem to salvage.
No.
Yeah,
I
that's
knew
the other
that was
risk.
coming.
So,
All right. road to Aetor then.
Yep.
Remind me, can see invisibility. That can detect Arcane Eye, can't it? Or Scry?
It can. Yes.
Uh,
It'll
yes.
detect.
If the sensor itself is an invisible sensor, see invisibility trumps it.
Right.
It will detect the arcane eye, and it will detect the clairvoyant sensor. It will not detect scry, because scry is different.
I'm starting to think, given what happened a few sessions ago with Gearfried and Fennec being stolen from, I'm going to start. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm going to start preparing and just occasionally popping see invisibility whenever like something important's happening, just in case.
Fair.
Well, hold on. Scry creates an invisible sensor that
Oh.
could still be detected.
Okay, I was mistaken.
Are you saying detect magic would be an easier bet, or?
No.
Well, detect magic requires sight. If it's invisible, detect magic doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not unless it's also combined with see invisibility.
I have both, but I believe they're with concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, see invisibility is
Oh
only
no,
an hour.
you're right. See invisibility is an hour, but without a way to extend it, you're basically just churning your slots out.
Yeah.
But if we're traveling for a week, it might be a way to just kill some time. Just be occasionally, like just every day at the same time, pop those two, and just be like, all right, now let's while we're driving, see if anyone starts peeking on us.
It's true.
Probably
Just-
be
I
better
mean,
to
just-
pop
just
that
a-
before you go for your watch.
Oh yeah, probably. Start doing that. That does require I don't burn all my spells during the day, though. Where's the
See
fun in that?
invisibility's low enough.
It's
Yeah, true.
And hopefully, like, it should be a hopefully mostly uneventful trip. I imagine we'll find some trouble, but
Oh please,
gonna-
we follow at the speed of plot.
Also, you got the walking, talking plot grenade.
Yes.
it's true.
Our bargaining chip.
No.
I am absolutely chomping at the bit that Gearfried says that out loud near Ceres.
But yeah, I think what'll happen is we don't really have any other business in this town. And
Just
So-
rumors that we're chasing. If nothing's useful, we found out Ramos is east. Like, movement would probably be a priority.
Also, the assumption is that it's the Emerald Claw or whatever the cult's called. That
yeah,
Emerald Claw.
it's the Emerald Claw.
yeah, okay. They're the ones that they took Ram. Do we know why, or is it just assumed that it's because he's of importance?
He was doing something which someone thought was important. He wasn't here for the sights and the scenic options.
He felt the
we
need
don't-
to get personally involved with an investigation about it.
Yeah, we're not entirely sure
Right.
why he's here or what it's related to. It could be something we're doing as well, or it could be a separate thing on its own. We don't
Yeah,
have
'cause if
no
he was
idea
showing
why he's
up-
here.
If he was being clandestine, he could have simply shown up to Korth as a diplomat. And that would have avoided a lot of mess.
Now,
Yeah, but
he,
he
smuggled himself in. He went through underground
Yeah,
connections to get in.
Which is why he doesn't have those protections.
Yeah, but I will say,
Bit himself in the ass on that one.
Ceres is going to send a message to. Actually, no. First, she's going to talk to the rest of the party, and she's like, basically like, gather you up in her room, and it's like, all right, we don't really have any more business here. There's literally no reason to stay in Korth a minute longer. I say we leave in the next hour. Wait for nighttime to fall.
Why?
You're not there.
Actually, if it's at the tavern,
You're still staying at your other tavern. We're in a nice tavern. We're in the
Oh yeah,
Rat
we had
Tavern.
to. We booked it.
Oh yeah, you have to go back to the shithole.
No, she's not doing that. She's um. But if Gearfried wants to ask why,
I mean,
Well,
not that.
here's the follow-up question you need to address then. Do you want Levin looking for you?
oh no,
Not
I have
that
a plan.
I
have
was
a
gonna say
pl-
not. I tell you got. You got.
So I think we should leave in the next hour. I can notify Levin of our plans, and he can. Well, he's Levin. He'll probably be there before we will. But I could, we leave in the next hour or 2 hours, whatever seems most expedient. We leave under cover of darkness, and we start heading east because disappearing in the middle of the night seems perhaps might buy us some time with the people that are hunting our little group, or may have, or people that might show an unneeded interest in our little party.
Right. I'm not against it. That sounds reasonable. Is there anything that we need to accomplish before we take off, or should we just lie low?
I am of the mind that the sooner the better. I just mostly want to wait for, like I said, the dead of night to steal away. Otherwise, I don't necessarily have a timeline, just sooner is better.
Well, I believe Levin's still off either gathering info or making some coins, so one of us, and Gearfried's going to nod towards you, is probably going to have to inform him that
Oh, I'm going to inform him in about a minute.
I'll make sure Fennec and Zarya stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I don't have to go anywhere. I'm just going to cast Sending, and I'll let him know.
I thought you were going to leave.
No, I need to keep up pretenses here. Lady Wintermorn is going to retire for the evening and take a sleep, go for a long, long sleep, and then we're all going to escape. I think between myself and you, Gearfried, we could invisible the whole group.
Let me check my spells. That seems reasonable.
I can make up to 3 people invisible. I know Levin can make himself invisible, or well, functionally invisible. And you can do at least 2, maybe more.
Invisibility, but it's a 2nd level spell, and I can cast it at 3rd level. Yeah, I can put myself and one other person invisible.
Okay. So between the group, we can disappear to the stables, grab Carpe Diem, and flit away. And we just need, we can designate a point to meet up with Levin, and then putter on out of Korth.
We also have to consider that, are we trying to not be seen at all? Because cruiser moving on its lonesome is going to be some pretty noticeable antics.
Your cruiser has it can be pushed along down a back alley or something.
I mean,
depending on how wide the back alley is.
It can, but that's not going to stop us from. We're going to have to navigate through the gates.
No, I understand. We can't really avoid that, I don't think. But I do believe that eyes on the inn, if we can evade eyes on the inn, they can spend the entire evening watching that, giving us a bit of a head start.
Wait, hold on. There is also the distraction route.
Oh, I mean, I was hoping you would say something. I am ready to set this place on fire.
Well, it's interesting you bring up fire. Currently, and Gearfried's going to tap the owl form of Cogfried that he's been calling Strix. Strix is currently in possession. I removed the ring from Fennec after a while. I figure he has a handle on things. But currently I have
A weird assumption.
Strix. I have Strix here equipped with this, and he's going to like pull a little ring from the Talon. And this mechanically, this is my what's it called? My imbue magic item. It's an artificer feature. I can put a spell storing item. I can put a second level artificer spell that requires an action to cast. So I currently have pyrotechnics in it. And the assumption was I might have had to use this to create a smoke screen. It can also create fireworks. I can have Strix fly east, west, some other direction from just to lure the guards away, and that way we can make a clean break and Strix can meet back up with us.
I mean, I feel like it would be poor gods to leave a gate unattended, especially in a moment of crisis. I like the idea. I think we can use it to maybe pull eyes off of us as we rescue Carpe Diem from the prison in the stable.
Above table, does anyone know fog?
Fog Cloud?
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
scroll
Levin.
of it.
Ooh.
Also, Levin gave me a scroll of Fog Cloud.
Ooh, that's possibly an option there. We could,
But if I cast that, I can't keep us invisible.
I just love how your effort to not draw attention, you're drawing attention.
well, just making it foggy so they don't see us.
His
I'm
argument
just talking
is
more
that,
about the pyrotechnics.
yeah,
Well,
it's not
That was more
it's
to
not,
like pull attention somewhere else.
Yeah, it's not draw attention
Oh,
to
wait.
us. It's misdirect attention.
I do have a scroll of blindness deafness that I have not used. So we could what does this do?
It's a con
Okay.
save.
Con save. So yeah, that's
One person.
Damn it. It's probably gonna be at least a pair.
And if it's from a scroll, you can't upcast it.
Yep. What do I have currently prepared? I'm checking my thing to see if I have anything. For the day, things that are useful for me. Hypnotic Pattern. It's also a con save. Or int save.
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. I was gonna get there at some point. Yeah, that's like the only super useful spell I've got on me for like dealing with distraction. Does Saris have anything that we could use, or are we just gonna have to make a break for it?
For distraction and misdirection, does Saris have anything to use? Allow me to list the ways.
The top of that list is murder.
I mean, it starts with magic and ends in blood. Let's put it that way.
I mean, in Karnath, if it's murder, it's really just feeding the job market.
It's true. It's true. God, I hate Karnath. I can cast Silent Image, which allows me to create an object or creature that occupies up to a 15-foot cube. I can cast Darkness, has a limited use. I have Pass Without Trace. I have Major Image, which I think allows me to cast something within up to a 10-foot tall or 10-foot large illusion. It will have sound, and if I do it as a creature, it will look very real, but once you touch it, it is clearly an illusion. I also have Hypnotic Pattern.
Well, darkness could be useful because you can cast darkness on an object on the cart, and as long as you know where you're taking the cart, the darkness moves with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually of greater utility for a moving object.
True.
You just have to know your path.
Or we could probably devise something that could work through that too.
Get it out through the closest gate and use darkness to then basically make a dash across.
If I have 10 minutes, I can cast hallucinatory terrain.
What's the area of effect on that?
A 150-foot cube.
That's a pretty big hiding spot.
And it lasts 24 hours. No concentration.
Pretty good.
And if somebody discerns it as an illusion, well,
They can, yeah. I can cast it at a range of 300 feet.
all right, bet.
So yeah, Ceres has options. I can create a number of distractions along the way, to put it mildly. Or simply.
Well, then I guess you better start informing people.
Yes.
Well, I actually, surprisingly, I think, I'm actually really good at distraction and misdirection. I know, you're all surprised. I'm so forthwith and straightforward and honest. But yes, I have a number of illusions at my disposal. I can
Right.
also, like I said, make many of us invisible. I can beguile some people temporarily.
Okay, what do you need me to do then?
Drive.
Well, yes, we'll need to get Carpe Diem out of the stables. I am first and foremost going to notify Levin that we are departing. And I will do that right now. And she will cast Sending, and she will say, Levin, departing Korth in the next hour. We'll meet you at the east gate of the city. Trust you to escape the city on your own, but can... Fuck. Runs out of words. She casts it again.
No, there's a response.
Okay. Oh, God.
Confirmed.
Nope.
We'll meet at Eastgate.
Okay. Well then, she'll let the party know. Levin knows he will meet us at the east gate.
Which, DM, as soon as Levin got that message and confirmation of where they were leaving, he's already getting ready to leave.
I knew he would. He has a
Like,
go
he-
bag.
Yep. Whatever's not his person is in that bag.
I
And he's
think
not attached to the bag.
while Gearfried is getting ready, I would sneak up on a resting, possibly unconscious Fennec, chloroform him, and swaddle him. And then turn him into a backpack for Gearfried to carry.
I feel like much of this was unnecessary, but all right.
I have a strong, vivid memory of Pre floating on a chair in a crowded tavern. For no reason. No cause, no effect. Just limiting vectors of chaos.
All right, so and Gearfried's going to he's going to grab a sheet and wrap Fennec in it as though he were like a child, and cover the ears.
A
I
Fenebjorn.
will. What's that?
A Fenebjorn.
Yes. I will head to the cart. Turn Fennec and myself invisible. Is there anything else you need me to do, or am I just driving the cart to the east gate and then we're all hopping in and leaving?
I think if you can, we're leaving in an hour. Well, we're leaving as soon as possible, but ideally in less than an hour, maybe 15 minutes. I'm going to scout ahead and see if I can find some adequate back roads that will accommodate the Carpe Diem so we don't have to be seen on the main streets.
All
Here,
right,
Freed.
I will.
Just
Yep.
do me a favor and roll me a wisdom saving throw. Right away.
Oh, god damn it. Wisdom save. Wait, I'm getting through here. I have the extension. Wisdom is there. Was that, I just did a check. I didn't do a save. Or was that a save?
That was an Arcana check. Yep.
Okay,
Wisdom, that's fine. Hold on, let me just... Whatever you rolled, that's fine. What is your modifier for your saving throw? Unless that is that +1, because I'm 10. Alright, thank you.
Yep. Wait, hold on. Can I do I have any left? Do I have any left? Hold on. Fuck, I used them all. No, I don't. Okay. I'm not feeling very geniusy right now.
It is near the end of the day.
It's been a long
Fuck,
day.
I mean, someone's spying on us, I don't even know it.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
I'm feeling rather loose-lipped. Let me talk about all the secrets we're keeping now. No. Alright, so Gearfried will turn himself and Fennec invisible, and then we will take off towards the storage area where Carpe Diem is.
Well, aren't Fennec and Gearfried wearing amulets of non-detection?
They are not.
No,
they only have tattoos
not.
that give them a bonus to it. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what was the bonus they give us?
I believe it was just to offset the having
Offset
a personal
the
possession.
scrying modifier.
Yep, because they stole something of yours, so it was basically offsetting having a possession of the person.
Gotcha. Alright, so Gearfried's going to take Fennec, and we're going to head over to Carpe Diem. Get it ready.
Every single day, tell me, pray, I'll be
I will-
watching you.
Leave Melee in Priest's protection for the moment. Or not Priest,
Zarya's.
Zarya's protection. And I am going to do a quick scout just to find some back roads that we can use nearby. I'm not going to map the whole route. But just to kind of... something that we can use as cover for our departure.
Alrighty.
Do I need to roll anything?
Can you just repeat what you wanted to do? You wanted to scout
Uh,
ahead, and you were looking for back roads, right?
Just, yeah, something that can accommodate Carpe Diem and help us avoid... limit our exposure to being seen by people and avoid the main roads, at least for some of the way towards the East Gate.
Go ahead and give me a perception check or a survival check.
I'll choose perception. Can I add guidance?
Sure.
28.
You are able to find a relatively... It's cramped, but as long as somebody drives properly, you'll be able to get through. And it is a couple of blocks that lead directly towards the escape.
I will, of course, apparently need to be the one driving because we can't trust this delicate maneuver to Gearfried. I'll let him know
Sorry, you
when I
cut
get
out.
back.
You cut out for me for a brief second there. Can you repeat that?
I said, I will clearly need to be the one driving because we can't trust Gearfried to handle the delicate driving necessary for this route.
I would argue, but I'm not. My Gearfried has a headache because he's flashed his genius so much today.
Mm-hmm.
Racing, I think.
He's gonna need a trench coat for that genius.
But Yes,
Anyhow.
you're invisible. Fennec's invisible. Ceres, you're scouting ahead. Maylee and Zarya still back in the room. And Levin, you are heading to the east gate as well, right?
Hood's up. He is being church mouse.
Now, I'm assuming both you and Ceres would have a tendency of keeping your ears open as you are meandering through an environment.
Levin's default.
Alright, so Levin, go ahead and give me a perception roll. Or actually, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 21.
I will let you choose either to use your passive or to roll.
I'm going to be more focused on stealth, so keep it at passive.
Alright. Both you and Ceres would hear rumors now and again of missing individuals. Ceres, from your location, you would have heard that 2 adults and 1 teenager has been gone missing. And for Levin, you would hear that there's been 2 teenagers and 1 adult that's missing.
And you said Ceres heard it was 2 adults and a teenager?
I believe it was Ceres, you heard 2 teenagers and an adult. Levin, you heard 2 adults and a teenager.
Okay.
Non-children persons.
Children aren't people.
Thus the reason for non-children persons.
Fair. I mean, Ceres is mildly concerned, but honestly, 2 teenagers and 1 adult. She's heard of whole families disappearing in Sharn. Like extended families, so this doesn't really it registers. And I'm sure there's a part of her that feels like what an unfortunate waste of wealth, because I bet those people didn't actually have their money stolen. It sounds like a massacre. But otherwise, she's moving on.
Very fair.
With my passive, would Levin have heard about where they were missing from? Like, which district?
With the passive, no, it would have been because you were more focused on stealth. It would have been something that could have caught your attention, but to passively glean much more than that, unfortunately.
Absolutely fair.
With Ceres' 28, did she get an idea of where this crime is primarily seems to be centered?
You didn't get a where, but you got a when. You found out that 2 of the teenagers were abducted or went missing 2 days ago.
So before our arrival.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
DM, would you need a stealth check from Levin on this for making his way over to Eastgate? All right.
Yes, please and thank you.
Advantaged, and for anyone that's trying to find me with the hood up, it'll be a disadvantaged perception.
Even dragons would have trouble finding you.
Well,
right, with a 28.
I think the most I've ever seen a dragon stat block have is a passive of 26. But yeah, after Ceres is done scouting out, she will head back to the inn, where I assume Gearfried and his Fennek Bjorn are ready to go.
Unless, I was gonna say unless, is there anything that happens on the way over there? Am I gonna make any rolls? What's going on here?
Well, you are invisible. So you're not going to have to make a roll until you get into the vehicle. Because if you're driving invisible, then yeah, you got to make a roll.
It's all about to go tits up, everybody. All right, yeah, Gearfried's going to Go to where Carpe Diem is stored. Going to drop invisibility because I don't want to be looking like a weirdo, so I will instead. I
You
believe
wear
I
an
do
owl
have-
costume.
I'm going to ignore that comment, and I'm going to use. I believe I have disguise self somewhere here. So yes, I still have a use of disguise, or still have form. I still have all my first levels. No, I have one less. I'm going to disguise self, make myself appear to be just a. I don't know. Let's go elvish woman, driving the car. Sitting down, just very nondescript, like an amalgamation of just faces to be like the most generic person ever. And just going to leave the napping Fennec in the back seat where no one's going to be able to see him. Take the car and begin driving out.
And Ceres, like I said, will retrieve Zarya and Mei Li and join him at the Carpe Diem and let him know the route.
All right.
Oh.
As you re-enter, you can see that Zarya and Mei Li are sitting in the room. I believe they are still visible.
Yep, I will cast invisibility on them as we start to leave. And we will then run to Carpe... Well, not run, but we'll head to Carpe Diem so that we can escape Korth in the dead of the night.
All right. Are you doing this visibly or invisibly?
Invisibly. I will burn a 4th level spell slot to make us all invisible.
Okay. And I'm going to need everybody to give me... Yeah, you know what? You guys are able to jump out the window, because I'm assuming that's the way you're going. You're a pro
Yep.
at this point. Soft little... Give me stealth checks. This is more for the landing.
Oh, fair.
Should I roll as well? Because hello, I am here.
Yes,
Hello.
you are certainly rolling, because you are jumping out the window just like the rest of them.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening?
You
We're
guys are
escaping
leaving.
Korth in the dead of night.
This is
We're
actually
leaving
one of
Korth.
those few times where there is no time to explain.
Right. My computer's
also
still setting up, but I can roll from the D&D Beyond app, so let me just pull that up
That's-
and I can roll and tell y'all what I roll.
Fun, I'm
for the
rolling
record,
stealth for Melee. Yeah, go ahead, Gifford.
yeah, the advantage. I'm currently wearing my stealth set, so I have advantage on stealth checks right now. Thank God, because that 4 would have sucked.
Mhm.
Melee has a 7 for her roll, so she lands with a
Wait.
loudish.
So we went
Yep.
21, 14, 7?
Apparently, yes.
Ah.
Hold on, I'm getting my thing. It's taking forever.
So there's a
Need to
loud
roll.
thunk as she hits the ground.
Yep. Ceres is just getting ready to kill anyone who appears in the hall or the alleyway.
Suddenly, a cop enters. I'm kidding. I don't want you to
That's-
kill a cop. I don't want you to kill a cop. I'm
And
trying to get you out of the
somehow-
city.
Some
no,
housewife just like leans over the corner. What was that? And then a knife.
No, I'm thinking of that scene in one of the Batman cartoons where he just walks, where a thug
Oh,
walks
the
into the room
gangster.
and Batman's there, and he just closes the door. See anything?
See anything?
Nope.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not about to catch those hands.
They don't
Use
pay
light.
me enough for this. Oh,
You
can
don't
find that
retire in
clip.
court
I don't
without
think-
having a healthy disposition towards not stuff you don't want to be involved in.
Damn it. Okay, I can't actually pull it up. I forgot the
Smartest
freaking...
Batman villain.
Alright, let me pull up your character sheet. You just gotta deal with my luck.
Well, we've got Owlbear.
Well, hopefully you'll have better luck than I do.
Sure.
You're supposed to be good at stealth.
Hey!
Yeah.
What was it?
She got an 18.
There you go.
Hey.
So, Melee's the only one that makes noise.
Yeah, but I think hopefully we're good enough to cover for her.
I mean, group
Might
checks
pick up,
usually
maybe.
cover for that.
She's invisible.
pick up
It's okay.
maybe?
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
make sure
she might eep a little bit, but yeah.
just kind of reduce the noise.
Yeah, and then we, head to the Carpe Diem, and we'll stay invisible while we board. I'll let Gearfried know. We're ready to go. Milady, please drive on.
Very well, ma'am. And Gearfried's going to start the car and just head out as carefully and quietly as possible.
And she will sort of quietly whisper the route that she found for him to kind of stay off the main roads for a bit.
Okie dokie.
Give me that vehicle check, please.
I do have...
You have proficiency. You studied. You took your test. You got it.
So... What, it's not letting me actually roll.
Just it'd be your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Okie dokie. Dexterity. Check. That is 15, and I have double my proficiency bonus, I believe. Proficiency, so plus 8.
Okay. So I'm assuming 23 is your total, or is it 17?
It's 17 plus an additional 8, so 23.
Okay, so 25.
Oh,
Gotcha.
20, 22, 3, 4. Yes, 25.
Alright, so you are able to navigate through. There's some instances where you kind of thought that you were going to clip a couple of like mirror off or scratch the paint job, but no, you are able to navigate through. Now,
Okay.
you're still visible, right? So yes. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm unless Ceres also made me invisible. But I thought
No, the nondescript elf driving is alone is fine. I've kept the rest of the party, well, Phoenix, down in the cab asleep. So Melee, Ceres, and Zarya are currently invisible.
Yeah, and so Gearfried disguised is just driving as if it's just a casual drive, I guess.
Noted.
Yep. And once we sort of exhaust as much of the route that Ceres scouted out, we will just sort of, at that point, try to casually make our way to the gate. Okay, yeah. And Ceres will as we get close to the gate, kind of just before the gates or before we get inside of the gate guards, Ceres will cast Disguise Self on herself to make herself look like a dwarf.
Noted. So we got a dwarf and an elf.
Yep. She will look like her invisibility will drop, but she's still maintaining concentration on the others. And also, she's keeping an eye out for Levin. She's not necessarily expecting to see him unless he signals. But there's the assumption that he is either going to find his way through the gates on his own, through some weird elf necromancy that he uses, or he will jump in, or he'll make himself available for pickup. I don't know. Levin's plans are...
So
Levin's our Rambo.
Levin, you would have more than likely have left before everybody else. You get to the east gate. What would you be doing? What are you looking for? How are you attempting to regroup with the party?
Well, they're more than likely going to make their way over to Eastgate Square, because that'll be the largest road next to the gate that they can get the DM through, and the straightest path. So he'll be scouting that area to just get a read on the patrols there.
Alrighty. So you are going to see that.
If he's gonna find these people bumbling about, he's gonna need to give them an update.
You would notice that in that time, the patterns are relatively normal for a peaceful area. Guards are going around in quadrants, and overlapping quadrants. You do see a constant presence at the gate itself. Anybody who is looking to leave does have to go through questioning of the guards in order to see if they are a local, if they are somebody who's just visiting, etc., etc.
The general attitude of the guards, they're just like, this is day-to-day stuff that they're doing. They're not
Exactly.
alarmed or like heightened awareness, just doing their jobs.
Exactly.
Levin's already got an idea in his head. It's like, okay, we'll just time our movement to go through the gates like normal-ass people.
Yep. Ceres
And if-
already has what she knows what she's gonna say.
Then outside of that, Levin would be posting watch just to make sure if anything comes up, he can then try to find the group. But he'll be waiting. He doesn't have the cash to do what he wanted to do, so he'll do this.
Noted. It wouldn't take you in the Carpe Diem long to get to the gate. As you approach, as said, you do see that there is a presence at the gate, and a guard begins to walk in the center to ensure that you stop.
Mm-hmm.
Levin, you would be seeing as this happens from whatever vantage point you're looking at, because at this point I feel like you're Assassin's Creed. You just watch over everybody.
Well, he's more of like, he's over in like, if he's waiting on them and he doesn't have immediate sightlines, he'd probably be over at a bench near the gallows garden just waiting for them to like make noise on their arrival. He's close.
So would you
Yeah.
guys try to find Levin first, or would you go straight to the gate?
I mean, ideally, we'd like to find Levin. I mean, it's easier to find him on the inside of the gate, I think, than on the outside.
Yeah, if there's any delay, he'll come to meet to you.
Yeah, but I suspect. Well, the thing is, he has to go by just recognizing Carpe Diem because the occupants are not the occupants he is accustomed to.
Well, he knows your last disguise, if that's still up.
It's not. She looks like a dwarf now.
Oh, I know. So it's like, oh, dwarf, DM. Got it.
Dwarf ADM.
Yep.
So-
But if he's sitting on a bench, we should be able to see him at this point. He's not actively hiding.
It depends
Yeah,
on if he has his hood up.
The hood's down. If it's a decently lit area, and I'm assuming a bench would be, people would be able to see him.
Cool. We will pick up Levin and then move on to the gates.
As you do,
Eh.
you will. Yep, go ahead.
She will let everyone in the Carpe Diem know. It's like, all right, I'm going to tell them that that I'm headed home to the Ashen Spire after, a fair bit of trading for the last 2 weeks. This is my driver, points to elf woman Gearfried. And
Reed nods.
you are, points to Levin, you are just a passenger, hitching a ride and paying for it as protection.
I'm currently dressed in Valinar garb. It would be better if you said that I was hired.
Can we not hire you for a... Sure, whatever. I'll work it out.
You're making passage. You have a presence of a bodyguard. It's not unbelievable.
Yes, I was basically saying that you booked passage as a bodyguard to pay for your trip, so that I get there unmolested.
Right. Given the state of the patrols, if you want to minimize eyes on you, you might want to wait about 10 minutes.
Okay. We wait 10 minutes and then head in, or head on through the gate.
As you head on through the gate, you see two Carnathian undead who are standing alongside on either side, and the individual who is standing in the street, who is a human. Short hair, he's wearing the normal Carnathian garb, militant garb. He approaches your vehicle.
I fireball everyone in the gate.
Damn. Alright, game over.
Champagne over.
Anyhow, sorry.
Safe tech right now.
Bring out the champagne. The game is
good.
over.
Woo! I win! I won D&D. As the individual approaches, are you coming back or are you leaving?
We are departing. No, sorry. We are departing. I'm a trader from the Ashen Spiders, and I'm heading home. I've sold all my goods. This fine fellow, pointing towards Levin, is headed that way and decided to pay for his passage as protection for our safe travel, pointing to the driver and myself. I just want to head on home.
He is going to eye everybody in the vehicle. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Come on, deception.
Everyone or just Saris? And is there anything we can do to help with the check?
I'm gonna say, I'd ask you, how are you going to help?
Are we all still invisible?
Melee and Melee. Zarya and Melee are invisible still. Yes.
And Fennec.
As the woman, Gearfried could possibly name drop specific like features or locations, like
of the route.
Yeah, like of the route, like specifically like a district in Ader or a like a certain like road feature, a bridge, or anything like I don't know, just to like sell the lie that Saris is from the Ashen Spires.
I'll allow it.
Advantage?
So
Yes.
Cool. It's as good as it gets, people. Oddly enough, Saris, not that great at lying.
It's not great, Saris. It's not great.
Not bad.
It's not great.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
He's going to eye you over, and he is going to kind of swivel. And for a moment, you almost get the feeling like he's got like see invisibility because he's staring at where Fennec is laying. But it turns out he's zoned out for a moment. So as your character is having those like that little bit of anxiety of, oh my god, did they believe us? Like, ultimately he did lose focus. All right, he's gonna hit the side of the vehicle. Free to go.
Thank you, sir. Can't wait to visit your fair city again with more trade goods.
Sure.
And we pull out. Peel out. We just head out.
Are you peeling out or just heading out?
Slow start into a max speed. This car doesn't go very fast.
Walk like you stole something.
Like that, peeling out would be like preparing to like run and then just going into like a very quick walk. Like doing the Scooby-Doo wind up to run and then just power walking your way beyond. So yeah, we're heading out.
Excellent.
All right. You are officially out of Core. As you are heading north on the trail, it is relatively late, so if you want to not get an exhaustion, you will have to set up quick camp.
Can we push that for like another hour? Just to get
You
some
certainly
distance?
can. You certainly can, yeah.
Alright. And then after we do that,
Guys, if you really need... Look, we're going to be on the road for a few days. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to maybe risk some exhaustion in order to push on. If you all want to take a nap on the cruiser, be my guest. I'll keep driving.
no, I think we can rest. I can take care of I can buy us some pretty solid security.
Alternatively, if we want to do that plan, I can also drive the car, so we can sleep in shifts.
It's actually not a bad idea. But I was going to say I can basically create an illusion of I could put sort of an illusion around us to kind of hide us while we sleep. Find a pretty, maybe a nice clearing off the side of the road and put a nice little bramble around us or something.
Saris, we're in Carnith now. There's really no nice bramble on the side of a road. There are undead everywhere.
I mean, what about this forest directly ahead of us? Could we not just duck into that for a little bit? What is
The
this?
Nightwood?
Yes? Is that what it's called?
Yes, it's... So, I've admittedly not been around here very much. When I lived here, I was mostly a resident of the Spires, but my brothers would tell me horror stories about the Nightwood when I was a lad.
Such as?
Undead dragons ripping out your insides, being born from cracks in the ground that lead right to the hells, things like that.
Okay, so
yeah,
not
anything
like...
called the Night Forest is not going to be fun.
Yes, but it's not the Lower Dura, so I don't know. It doesn't sound as scary as it could be.
I think your family
Your
might have
priorities
been
are
having
weird.
a bit of fun with you about talking about dragon skeletons and the like.
I mean, it's a distinct possibility, but I'm not saying I believe them, but I am saying that it might have been a warning. Or they were just fucking with me. One of the two.
I know which
They're
one
not-
I think it is.
They're not mutually exclusive.
That is true.
Look, I'm just saying we can probably camp somewhere and I can make a very passable sort of cover for us wherever we decide to stop to get a decent rest. We'll probably still want to take shifts to keep watch in case we need to leave, but I can buy
How
us a
about this?
little. Yes.
We'll drive for the next hour. If we don't see a place that's comparable to a nice place to rest, then I can just keep pushing on driving, and you all can get what rest you can in the cruiser.
Sure.
Safety is the main concern.
A question, Gilfried. Would that continued driving overtax the devices that make this work?
Sorry, could you translation?
If you run the engine a little warmer than it should for too long, will it be damaged?
The I don't know the mechanics of the crystal in game above table. I assume the magic crystal is probably going to be fine for a few like we've driven for longer than that in the past. So like I assume this is like if I'm driving through the night, I'm driving 8 hours and we've driven like for longer than that during the day, at least 12 hours.
That's more of a question for later rather than right now.
So then I guess the answer is no. The engine, or the crystal, will be fine. It's not going to overtax it. But let's just make this is more of a if we can't find a spot to lie down and rest. So, DM, can we like roll to see if we can't find like a good place while we're driving, like just a good spot?
Sure, everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Well, our choices are
Well,
either the Nightwood or the river, so
Well, let Levin roll this first. See if I need to.
well, he'll have the Eyes of the Eagle on while he's doing this because he's scouting for a faraway spot.
Okay, cool.
Ugh.
Oh,
Absolutely
oh
horrible.
Yeah,
no.
right? Ugh, with a dirty 20. Alright. With that, you would be able to find a nice little nook in the fringe of the woods, and you would be able to set up camp. Or rather,
Alright.
pull the cart into the vehicle into.
Saris will cast hallucinatory terrain to just give the illusion that that nook isn't actually a nook, but it's sort of like a dense wood that's impassable, kind of sealing us in with some illusion, and then just kind of match everything else with the terrain around us.
Alrighty, and how long does that spell last for?
24 hours.
Very nice.
And because everyone in the party knows it's an illusion, they can already see through it.
Very, very nice. Alrighty, so
Oh.
as you are. Yep, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's not Lehman's tiny hut, but, you know, it at least buys us some time as people try to sort it out.
Well, we should probably not light any fires.
True. All
So-
right.
While we're making camp, did anyone learn of anything else?
Apparently, Korth has a missing persons problem, but I feel like that problem's been a problem for a long time.
In a city with rigid order and just it seems odd that kidnapping would happen.
Kidnapping happens everywhere. Organs don't sell themselves.
Considering the market, I think they do.
Well, perhaps here they do.
Ugh. Now you have stuck in my head a delivery system.
You're welcome. And
So who's
yeah,
taking first watch?
I can take first and second watch, and I imagine Levin can take third and fourth. And if anyone else wants to take watches, that's certainly.
I can take a watch. Take some burden
Okay.
off Levin. And you. Just put me right in the middle there.
Third watch it is. Sorry, did you want to take a watch?
I can take a watch if needed.
You can have second watch with me.
Joy of
What was,
joys.
what was the order again?
First watch is Saris. Second watch is Saris and Zarya. Third watch is Gearfried and Levin. And fourth watch is Levin.
Alright. So, to start us off, Sarah, so you are going to be doing the watch with Melee.
Okay, cool.
So, starting us off, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Cool. $21?
With a 21, you notice that the area around it seems to be relatively quiet. But the more off-putting thing is Melee seems to be focused on just staring at a single point. She's not paying attention to anything around her. She seems to just be lost in thought.
Copper for your thoughts.
Only a copper.
I mean, I'm not made of money.
Ah, but you told me, you always taught me to get the most I can. So, only a copper.
2 copper for your thoughts.
I'll take it. And she's just gonna kind of laugh. No, it's just... I don't know.
There's a lot going on. If it's any consolation, I know what it's like to be wanted by powerful people that you do not want to find you.
Yes, but if he sends more, anybody who gets hurt, it's on my fault. It's on my head.
No, it's on theirs. They could choose to leave you alone and they don't. Don't attribute other people's actions for your effects.
Well, if for instance Zarya is paid to protect me,
She is. She could turn down the money and not protect you. People are allowed to make their own choices.
I will not turn down the money. I like
And there
money.
you go. And she's constitutionally incapable of turning down money. Actually, I mean, it's one of your most attractive features.
it seems silly. People sacrificing, or potentially sacrificing for other people. I don't get it.
I mean, yes and no, but don't you ever listen to the great stories of all those noble knights and grand adventurers sacrificing for something they believe in?
She's gonna look at you with like a expression of no idea what you're talking about.
Cool. Right. So, well, there's the story of Harold the Harengon, brave little rabbit knight who...
Oh, I'm giving you an inspiration.
Oh, he beat that, what are they called? The turtle people?
Yes.
Or, no, he didn't beat them. He lost to them.
Different story. That wasn't Harold. That was Harvard.
Oh, yeah, Harvard.
But no, Harold the Harengon was a brave Harengon knight who went on a quest to rescue his beloved princess. And he, along the way, he lost his griffin, he lost his shield, lost his armor, and he lost his sword. But in the end, he still found his princess.
So he sacrificed everything else for one thing.
And he was happier for it, according to the story.
And would you have made that decision?
I might have made slightly different choices than he did, but I understand the rationale.
It's foreign to me.
I'd have made that decision.
I understand. I have been I understand sacrifice more from the side of being the receiver of. A lot was sacrificed for me so that I could live a life of my own choosing. So I understand its value in a different way. But I appreciate it and I'm grateful.
She's going to return to her thoughts.
Indeed. And you, Zarya, you've sacrificed so much already. It
Not
is greatly
really.
appreciated. I mean, you've sacrificed your war on sobriety.
Ugh. Unintentional.
And yet you persist. There's something to be said for that.
Mm.
Though neither here nor there.
With that, the watch itself is relatively uneventful. Is there anything you'd like to do, talk about, or anything like that before we move on to the next?
Ceres is, she's happy to talk with anyone that's on the watch. She will be slowly and incrementally, ever so subtly, working herself closer to Zarya so that she ends up sitting right next to her by the time the watch is over.
All right.
Zarya notices, does not say anything.
Ah,
So with that, the second watch is going to begin. Zarya and Ceres will continue the watch. Melee is going to go into a meditative state. Go ahead and give me perception checks once more.
woo!
Also, that was during the first rest. I didn't realize. I thought we were just talking before rest. That's why I spoke up. Oops.
Fair enough.
Nah, no worries. That's why it's just fun to roll with it. It's not going to affect you with any exhaustion or anything.
Cool. Yeah. Alright, perception. Yeah. Oh, my foundry is reloading. I got a 23.
All right. Once more, you don't notice anything that is approaching you, but you are able to identify that it seems to be relatively safe. You haven't seen anybody who has been crossing the pathway, no merchants or anything like that. And Ceres and Zarya, you are now sitting pretty close to each other.
Ceres is kind of gonna look up at her and just like, so how's your trip going? How are you liking the adventures so far?
I mean, I'm getting paid, so I can't object.
That's true.
It's better.
So there is.
It pays a little better than some of the jobs I've been on.
Indeed. But I mean, it is much more, I would say, higher risk than perhaps any job you've had in the past. There is the very real possibility you will never live to spend your money.
That was always a consideration.
And you're okay with that?
Can I ask you to roll an insight check? Would that be crazy?
No, I'll do it. 17?
Hmm.
So, what would the general feel be that she's getting? More of like indecisive?
Well-
Is it more of that you're hiding something? Like, what type of vibe does she get?
I think the immediate reaction you see that she kind of like puts a mask over of that you see before she puts a mask over it is that isn't a worry or a concern. That isn't something that would even be negative for her.
Gotcha. So you seem very impassive when it comes to the concept of biting the
Dying.
bullet, so to speak.
Yeah. But then she quickly just says, I mean, it's always a risk in mercenary work, so, come to terms. Try to live the best life I can. So,
Aren't you concerned that you leave behind people who would be sad at your passing?
not really. I left my home village many years ago. I don't really have people that I think of friends or anything. So,
I mean, I would be sad of your passing.
yeah, only because you would not have someone to poke fun at anymore.
I don't think of it. No, that's not necessarily the reason. I enjoy your company. I find your personality refreshing.
I'm sure. But hey, don't have any plans on kicking it anytime soon. I won't be going down without a fight.
Well, if I have anything to say about it, you won't be going down at all.
I think just as the same thought passes my mind, the same thought passes her mind, and she just goes, "Yeah, okay." As the brain goes immediately to the gutter.
Saris is going to roll another insight check because actually she doesn't know what that's all about. And nope, she doesn't get it. You just see this sort of, oddly enough, you see this sort of, like, the look on Saris's face implies she means literally what she says. And she is unaware of any innuendo attached to that phrasing.
I think that makes Saria laugh a little. It's just like, you mean that? Okay. That's just funny.
Oh, really? How so? I wasn't aware that I wasn't actually joking then. I really won't let you go down.
I appreciate
I'll have to ask Levin why that's funny.
that. Yeah, you do that.
With that, is there anything else you'd like to do over the course of the watch?
I believe that is everything. Saris.
Alright. How about for you, Zarya?
I'm good.
All right. Next watch would be Gearfried and Levin. So as you go to wake them up, it is now time for the next watch. So as you wake up, sleep out of your eyes, go ahead and roll me those perception checks.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm rolling like crap today.
With the 21
muted.
and
Sorry, I was
15.
muted. I would like
Yep.
to ask, if possible, can I as we take our shift, Gearfried is going to gotta do the order here. He is going to first cast either see invisibility that lasts an hour. Yes. Okay. So Gearfried's gonna cast see invisibility at the start of his go through there, and then he is also going to cast detect magic.
Okay.
And ritual casting just periodically.
Okay. Gotcha.
So consider that in Gearfried's watch.
Noted. How about for you, Levin? What would you like to be doing?
Levin's going to be just checks on his equipment. He knows that he can't be walking around doing patrols, even though it covers a wide area. It's not a wide enough area that he can get away with doing patrols. So he's just going to be doing basic maintenance on his equipment, maintaining silence.
All right. The only sound that you hear is that of a vehicle that is moving on the pathway. It's not heading in your direction. It is heading to Korth. It is just utilizing the service road.
Still a ways off. And not closing distance.
Probably nothing.
Hopefully nothing.
On that note, Gearfried, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving.
Yay. Okay. Wisdom.
Don't fuck this up.
With my
Just for
history of
that?
rolling, you know I'm gonna fuck it up.
Just for that, he's gonna do it on purpose.
I love the consistency.
Can I use an inspiration?
You can.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Now
Well,
It's-
I do have see invisibility up.
It is at one of those moments that you see essentially a pin appear 10 feet from you.
A pen?
A pin. So it's
Pin.
basically an invisible giant pin marking the location 10 feet from you. And you would basically see a spectral eye just staring at you and then turning to look at the entire campsite.
Gearfried will, at this point, clear his throat. Levin. I've been, and Gearfried's going to, so I know where the eye is, right?
Yes, you should be able to see it.
Okay, Gearfried is going to, kind of conceal his hand as he's turning towards Levin and give him, this sort of, move along, go with it kind of, gesture as he says, I've made sure to mark up the map. I do think Tarek is an odd choice, but it might be our best option.
At the prompting of the wrong information, Levin's gonna
use a psionic power for psionic whispers. And I do have to roll. So, second for hours active, 2 hours. Not long enough for first shift. You can communicate telepathic with Levin, and Levin can talk to everyone else that he can see.
Cool. Then in your head, you would hear, "We're currently being watched."
Direction. And this is still telepathic.
And Gearfried will denote, right behind me to the left. It's starting to scan the camp. I can dispel it right now if you need me to. But then it knows that we know we're watching it.
No, better they assume it works.
As you are prolonged in silence, it is going to disappear.
It vanished.
Still telepathic.
We're gonna have to get moving soon.
Very likely.
Get some rest. I'll maintain
Right.
watch.
Gearfried's going to hop into the back of Carpe Diem and start to catch some Z's.
All right. And with the last watch, Levin, is there anything specifically you'd like to do?
Nope, he's just gonna spend it, having done maintenance on his equipment, he's just gonna spend it quietly. Just waiting for, the next couple of hours to pass.
Alrighty. As the day continues on, it is now the next day. We are actually going to pause here before we resume the next leg of the journey. This is where things are going to get interesting. Till then,
Love
those
to
of
hear
you
that.
those of you who tuned in, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, subscribe, comment, check out our merch store, support us in any way you can, and we will talk to you and we will perform for you again. Next week there's more to come,
Huzzah!
and we look forward to it. Say goodbye, everybody.
Night
Bye
night.
bye.
Take
Bye,
care, everyone.
everybody.